Good evening and salutations, my B&B fans. Wow. Okay. Let's get to Carter and Brooke. Now, how do I sit there and say this? Remember a long time ago that I used to sit there and call Brooke pathetic? And I don't even think it was that long ago. I think it was like maybe a month ago, give or take. Well, once again, in case people forgot, she loves to sit there and remind us of why I'm right about that. Now, she comes in, and the way that she acts, it's like she's not on their team. You know? She talks about how what Carter did was wrong, stealing the company and everything like that. And, Carter reminds her, like, so what are you sitting there saying? You don't want to, you don't want the position that you have. And she's like, I do, but it I had to sacrifice a lot. And one of the things he says is, you had to sacrifice your relationship with Ridge. Because she still tells us in him that she's still in love with him. Yeah. She's in love with a man who called her daughter a nasty little bitch. I generally hate that word, but I had to sit there and say it because that's what Ridge said to her. And she still talks about how she loves him. She is nothing more than a doormat. And while she sits there and says, what you did was wrong, and, don't you feel like what you did was wrong, and, I can't help it, I have a conscience. Okay, well, you have a conscience, but you lack self-respect. What are we doing? What are we doing at this point? And yeah, I get it, because Carter did sit there and try to justify his actions. Oh, well, listen, I tried to tell them about my ideas, and Brooke was like, yeah, well, you did, and they had the right to sit there and say no. It's very true. But then she starts trying to, again, guilt trip him. Oh, well, Stephanie and Eric broke it from the ground up, and the family burned and everything. I'm like, okay. And? So what? So what? He's going to sit there and sleep like a goddamn baby, and he's going to sit there and have hope next time. And you can continue to sit there and be the pathetic doormat that you are. I seriously would have been like, if I was Carter, I would have been like, so are you on our team? Because you acting like you're not on our team. And that's another thing. You want to sit there and talk about what he's doing, well, you're still part of the company. You wake up every morning, get your little lattes and everything like that, and you still sit there and clock in and you do your job. You want to sit there and talk about how sad it is, what Carter did? Well, then quit. Why aren't you quitting at this point? Remember, you want to sit there and agree to work there so you can help get the company back. And then Ridge pretty much just gave you the middle finger. So if you are that bothered, if it's bothering you, if it's weighing on your conscience, then quit. Yeah, I guess it's not exactly weighing that much on your conscience now, is it? Maybe along the way she'll sit there and gain some self-respect, but seeing how I'm new to this show, give or take, and people have been sitting there telling me all sorts of stories, and given where she is in life, and let's be honest, her age, I don't know if that's exactly going to happen. But it'll be nice. Now, this is what Steffi Smith is saying. Steffi Smith is talking to Ridge and Taylor, and she's sitting there talking about, like, it has to sit there and be weighing on them. And that's what Taylor Smith is saying. Like, that man didn't just go overnight. And while Ridge is still pissed off, but Steffi, her two-part plan is to sit there and get at his conscience. To sit there and remind him of the man that he used to be, the man that had integrity and wouldn't do something like that. Also, she's going to sit there and pimp out her goofy ass friend. So, you know, there's that. Finn had enough. Finn gives it to Aurel. And it's like, you didn't do this to protect me. You did this to protect yourself. And you know what Poppy says? Don't sit there and tarnish. Don't sit there and try to call what we did. You know, like try to tarnish our memory. What we did was something special. No, what you did is ascribe to a lot of people as something disgusting. It wasn't special. You know who says things like that? Predators. Okay? She justifies what she did and said it was something special. But you had Loving in the Afternoon with your nephew. That's not special. That's gross. That's disgusting. That's basura. Whatever you want to sit there and call it, that's what that is. And, you know, I said this yesterday, and Finn was like, you know, listen, Luna could have turned out a different person if I was involved. So, but at this point, he said he wants to sit there and tell Finn. I mean, he wants to tell Steffi, and of course, Poppy's like, no, you can't do that because Steffi's going to sit there and be upset with you after what Luna did. And, you know, Lee, is, you know, all the progress that we're making is going to go down the tube, so you can't sit there and say anything. So, you know, at this point, he's not going to sit there and say anything. And eventually it's going to come out, and then Steffi's going to be angry. And she's going to have justification for being angry because you lied to me. And guess what? Well, he did. And maybe what Tommy Smith said, might be true. Steffi will sit there and head back to Liam for a little bit, because, I mean, you know, Liam ain't really doing nothing, so hang out with Liam for a little bit, you know? Why not? All Will did pretty much is just recite everything that wound up happening between Luna and what she did. Just pretty much kind of reciting, giving us the cliff notes of what anyone missed as far as what Luna did. While creepy ass Luna is just, you know, being a creep. Of course, she did sit there and like when Will said that she was pretty. Yeah, that registered. Everything else that he was in this thing, oh, you said I'm pretty? That's pretty much what she heard. Yeah, that's pretty much about it. I can't think of anything else. Might have missed some stuff here or there, but that's the general gist of the episode. Now, of course, I'll be doing a live stream tonight for an hour because I do have to wake up super early in the morning, which is all sorts of depressing, but that's beside the point. So yeah, I will be sitting there live streaming from 8 to 9, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, and, you know, I'll be talking about all the shows, obviously, including the craziness that wound up happening of Cameron being attacked for a character that he plays in a soap opera. Because this is just how nuts people have gotten. Anyway, if I miss anything, write in the comment section to come to the live stream tonight, and I'll see you in the next video.